I'm Jim Muehlhausen, author of the 51 Fatal Business Errors and How to Avoid Them. I want to talk to you about fatal error number 38, falling in love with your inventory. Large businesses are terrible about having too little inventory. They seem to think that people are so hungry to do business with them that they can dictate terms. In particular, you need to wait, I don't have it. On the other hand, smaller businesses are terrible about falling in love with their inventory. For most businesses, your inventory is worthless to everybody but you. It's only worth the profits that you can generate from it. Ask your banker how much they liquidated the last foreclosure inventory for. It's 5 or 10 cents on the dollar if they were lucky. Your inventory isn't a baseball card collection. You don't get credit for having the complete set. I've seen many a business borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars to finance slow-moving inventory that they just absolutely had to have. And there's always a good reason why you have to have it. It doesn't not make sense. This is where financial metrics come in handy, metrics like inventory turns. And yes, I do believe that there are some bankers and pencil-pushing accountant types that go too far on financial ratios and put those ahead of the business needs. But that said, business owners tend to completely ignore inventory turns, and I have to have that baseball card instead. I would encourage you to take a hard look at your inventory annually and use the philosophy, if in doubt, sell it out. Now for the really tricky part, service businesses. I hope you haven't tuned me out by now because you don't have inventory. Think you have it good because you have no inventory? Sorry, you got it the worst of anybody. You have the worst inventory imaginable, labor. It's perishable by the hour, the vendor expects to get paid every week in full, and you never know how much of it you're going to have available. Now this is theory, not fact, but I'd encourage you to at least consider my philosophy. That being, you never can have the perfect level of staff. You're either understaffed or you are overstaffed at all times. I think that we'd like to believe that there's this perfect equilibrium on the scale where it balances at the exact right amount of labor, but I don't believe that you can. So if you buy my philosophy that you're either understaffed or overstaffed, you have to pick one. So if times are tough, I would suggest that you pick being understaffed. How many companies do you see that are overstaffed even though the economy's tough? It doesn't make any sense. You just have to pick your poison. Either you pay too much in wages because you're overstaffed, or you have whiny, overworked staff because you're understaffed. But there is no C option that doesn't have those. Seems like an easy choice in a tough economy to me. Now, if you're growing, you're going to need to intentionally overstaff in order to accommodate that. You can't effectively grow in an understaffed environment. There's creating problems that will impede that growth. Here's the bottom line. Don't take your inventory of product or people for granted. I'm Jim Muehlhausen. I hope you've enjoyed this error. I'll look forward to speaking to you on the next one.